plaintiff, Hussein Mumar, says he's a full-time student, and when he started having money problems, he decided to sell some of his property on Craigslist. Hussein claims the defendant answered his ad to purchase his laptop computer, but he paid with a bad check, so Hussein's suing. Defendant Swan Smith says in 2008 he was robbed at gunpoint, and that's why he's leery of carrying large sums of cash around. As a result, Swan paid Hussein with a check for the laptop, and he had no idea it was bad when he wrote it. Swan is countersuing for harassment because Hussein called him racial slurs.
Start with you. I'm currently going a full-time student at University of Phoenix. Although I'm going to school now and I'm doing good, I haven't always been doing good in my past. I'm 26 now. I should have graduated school maybe 3 years ago. I have trouble in the past. I went to Marin Valley for 3 years. Every year I dropped out to get a job to pay for my bills. So I'm going back to school now, which is information technology at University of Phoenix. Good. And I'm having problems with money and I couldn't pay for books. So I'm starting to sell some of the things I have at the house. One of the things I wanted to sell was the laptop. I posted on Craigslist. I ended up selling it to the defendant here, and he gave me a check. The check I deposited in the account, but didn't clear, bounced back, and we're here.
How much?
He gave me a check for $690, but he gave me $60 in cash. The total was $750.
How did we get to $1,500?
Well, the reason I sold the laptop was to pay my credit cards. So I paid off all my credit cards, but everything bounced because the check bounced 3 days later. I guess the way Chase does it, it cleared.
Because you didn't have enough in your account, you didn't have enough to cover your other bills, you think he's responsible not only for the bad check, but he should be responsible for your other bills.
No, incorrect. No, I think he's responsible for the negative charges. I have I have the negative charges.
Bank charges.
Oh yeah, all the transactions because I paid off the credit card. Now I have
bank charges.
Correct.
For the bounce check.
Correct.
How much was the bounce check bank charge?
Deposit item returned was the closed account check, $690 minus $690. Deposit item return fee, closed account, $10. Insufficient funds, details, Citizens Bank, $34. And there's two more like that, $34 and $15.
What are the other two for?
Because I paid off the credit card.
He has nothing to do with you not being able to pay your bills. If you had a $20,000 debt, okay, and because he bounced a check to you, do you think he should not only pay for the check he bounced, but the $20,000 that you bounced because you were $600 short?
Well, the only reason I was short was because of the bounced check.
Right, and so he should pay you for the bounced check. Not the other $20,000 that you might have been short because the check bounced. Well, once again, $34 was the fee that he had to pay for the bounced check.
Correct.
All right, and $10 was the other. All right, so $690 was the amount of the check.
Correct, and then I have here, we wrote text back and forth. I have proof of the text. He agreed to pay me $1,000 for all the problems that I've gone through, going back and forth to different police departments.
And the emotional distress.
The emotional distress is I had no money for literally a month. I had no money for food. I was borrowing money from friends. This was supposed to get me going.
So if you'd have had everything but his money, would you have still been able to pay your bills?
Everything but his money?
Yes.
Yes.
Right. So you didn't have his money, and as you just said, you should have been able to pay your bills. Sir, him not paying a debt that he owes you has nothing to do with you not being able to pay your tuition, your rent. He has nothing to do with that. All right, let's hear from you, sir. He says you bounced a check for $690 and you agreed to pay him $1,000.
Yeah, I'm currently a sophomore at NIU University. I major in forensic science, so I can later down the line work with the law.
To do what?
Work with the law.
And you wrote a bad check, which is against the law.
I didn't know it was a bad check, you know.
Okay, go ahead.
And currently in 2008, I was robbed at gunpoint by two guys 2 days before Christmas. If that's not bad enough, my brother and my cousin was actually robbed in gunpoint in Maywood same year. And that's why I feel a little bit leery about carrying like large sums of cash on me because I was robbed that time. So that's why I
didn't hear that.
That's why I wrote him a check. And I didn't know that the check bounced until he called me because I opened
Why
up.
didn't you know?
Because he didn't. Because I know I opened up
When you write a check, you know what you have in the bank.
Right, I opened up the bank account with $2,000, so
All right.
I know I had money in there.
So what happened?
I don't know. Like that's why I've been calling.
You don't know what happened to your $2,000.
Well, I've been calling Chase Bank to investigate like
How
what
long
happened.
have you been calling Chase Bank to find out why your $2,000 was missing?
Week after week.
All right. Did you file a complaint?
No, I filed a complaint with the bank. They
Right.
said that's what they was going to
All
investigate.
right. I don't believe you, sir, that you would be played off when you file a claim saying that $2,000 is missing from your account. Don't believe you.
I didn't say it was missing.
You
like
did.
you said, the
said
check.
you don't know
the
what
check
happened
bounced.
to it. Did you agree to pay him $1,000?
Yes.
All right.
Right.
Counterclaim for harassment. How does he owe you?
He keeps calling me like back to back. I said when I had $800, I said I was gonna give it to him, but my grandma became ill. She fell down the stairs, hit her head, so it caused bleeding. So I had
Sorry
to
to
take
hear
her
that.
So I had to pay off her medical expenses. So when I called him, he said everybody dies every day. So
Did you say that everybody dies every day?
I said people die.
Okay, good enough. Go ahead. What else?
he used racial slurs towards me, like you're an N-word.
In the black community, many people refer to each other in the N-word as a term of endearment.
Right.
They say, hey, N, yeah, you my N. But in the black community, they also refer to it in malicious and an insulting way, intended to hurt your feelings. Did he say it intending to hurt your feelings?
Yes.
Okay, because the other way, it's all right. We do it with each other all the time. And no problem there because there's no intent to insult. Sir, did you call him a racial slur?
Yes, I did, sir.
And what was your intent? Was your intent a term of endearment?
No.
Right.
He
All right. Yet you want money for harassment.
well he it was
Emotional
those
distress.
he initiated
You better be lucky he didn't come over after you spoke about his grandmother and whoop you to the ground.
Honestly, Your Honor, I know I made a mistake by saying those things. It was late at night. I was drinking. When he initiated verbal, he first said something very racial. He said something towards me, and then
What?
that was, I guess, my
What?
retaliation. He called me a stupid son of a dirty.
Oh, gotcha. All right. That's the worst insult that a non-African American can say to an African American when the intent is malicious and to insult. Now, I'll grant you your $1,000 for the value of your computer, which you say he agreed to pay. I won't give you any emotional distress. I will grant your $500 for harassment. Judgment for the plaintiff, take $500 from that because that's what I grant you, and you have $500. Have a good day.